Welcome back to SJ Bass Fishing, everybody. In today's video, I'm going to kind of give you a few baits to pick from to fish these hard to catch summer bass. So stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. There's a big surprise. Don't go nowhere. Just wait. Alright guys, I learned a thing or two by watching so many YouTube videos. Yes, I've got 3 baits that I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to fish them, try to catch these stubborn summertime bass when they're out deep. But I'm going to show you each bait one at a time. Instead of showing you in the group before the video starts, we're just going to show you one by one. So you have to stay and watch the video to see what I'm talking about. Now I am going to mention some other baits that are in here that we are not going to fish. I'm only doing 3 because that's all I have time for today. The first bait we're going to do is, of course, the Mondo worms. 10-inch Mondo worm. Yes, it is a Guggen bait also. But this worm I like to fish out deep in the summertime when the bass are, you know, hiding in the grass and out deep and everything else. Now, what I did with this is I put a weight on top. It's a weighted Texas rig hook or setup that I've got with a peg on top. Now, you ask, Tim, what's a peg? Well, hold on, I'm about to show you. Okay, this here is my 10-inch Mondo worm that I got set up on a regular, 3-aught worm hook with a bullet weight up top. And that little black deal right there, well, that's the peg. Now you can fish this any way you want. You can do weighted Texas rig, which is just like this with a peg up top, or you can take away that peg and this weight can move freely, or you can kind of do like a little Carolina rig type thing. But anyways, let's go ahead and get to it and get to fishing this stuff. Alrighty guys, now with this worm here, I mean, you want to kind of try to cast it. With this worm here, you want to kind of try to cast it out as far as you can into the middle, deepest part of the water. Let it kind of sink. And with this weight, I mean, it's going to sit there like that, and that'll float, and you can just reel it in or do whatever, So we're going to go ahead and cast this out and see if we can't catch anything. And when it comes to summer baits, I mean, there's quite a few. You've got frogs, you've got poppers, and you've got all your topwater stuff. I do not have the setup to fish those at the moment. That's all sitting at the house. I've got to put new line and re-spool all that up a little later. I ended up putting braid on it here a while back, and something happened to where it didn't get tight or something. I don't have a clue. But it got to where it wasn't wanting to do what it's supposed to do. But normally normally frogs, I'd have to say early in the morning or at night. And I think we got a fish. Do we got a fish? No, we do not. We just got grass. Why I say early in the morning or at night? Well, it's when it's a little bit cooler, and that's when they're going to be out trying to feed and to do a bunch of other stuff in the morning. At least that's what I've read up on, and I've been told and been taught over the years. That's the cool thing about this Mondo and some of the other worms with the tails. You can just kind of reel them in. I mean, if you want, you can reel them in, you can pop them, you can do whatever you want. Sometimes you got to give them a little bit of a pop to get it through the grass. Another good way about pegging them is you can use that pegged weight to get into, cover, pretty much. But no, like I said, with frogs, I'd say early in the morning, late in the evening is when I would fish a frog. Popper, I'd probably say about the same thing. All just kind of depends, your preference, whatever you want to do. I'm not going to sit here and tell you what you can and can't do, but more likely not going to catch anything midday, kind of like right now. It's about 3 o'clock probably in the afternoon. Sun's at the highest. Doubt we're going to have much topwater action here. I haven't really seen much blow up since I've been here. You know, there's bait and everything out here. Whew, it's getting hot out here, guys. And dummy me is wearing a black shirt. Got a fish. Not a big one, but it's fish. Well, that's bait one down, guys. Got him right in the lip. He could have easily spit that out. Look at that. It's pretty awesome, ain't it? Yeah. So that's one fish down. Alrighty, guys. Well, we're gonna go ahead and let him go. And that goes for, and that's the first bait for summer bass down. So there you guys have it. 10-inch Mondo. 10-inch Mondo with a bullet weight and, ooh, excuse me, and pegged. So we're gonna go ahead and go tie on the next one. See if we can't knock that one out. Alrighty, guys. Now, I'm gonna tell you, these three are just my favorite summertime lures. And I mean, they're lures that my buddy being a ding dong. Anyways, these are just my three favorite ones that I like using. The next one is the crankbait. Now this one's not a deep diver, but it makes enough noise to get those bass to come on out. I've caught them here before, and you guys know I have because they've been in the last few videos. So we're gonna see if we can get another bass on this, since it's a summertime video this week. Now I will have 2 videos out for you guys, just to the fact that I haven't recorded in a while. So I will have, you know, a couple videos, which I need to do more anyhow, but it is what it is. Now hopefully you guys haven't gone anywhere yet, because if you haven't, there's going to be a little surprise at the end of the video. Now I don't know if I'm going to catch anything with this, just for the simple fact that it's not really a deep diver. And I was just talking earlier about how they're deep, but you never know. I mean, it's what I throw in the summer every now and again, just to see if they'll bite it. You know, and it's fairly cool out right now. It kind of cooled off a little bit. We got a storm rolling in. Now, when storms roll in, it's another good time to pull out your top water, I would say. Just my opinion. Not saying that I'm right, not saying that I'm wrong, but generally when storms are about to hit, bring out those poppers, bring out those spooks and all the other things, and go to town. You know, and then like I said again, when it comes to these cranks, not technically a great idea to be fishing with grass. You know, if you got a pond that's all grass or nasty stuff, because you want these at their depth. You want these to go at the depth that they say that they can go. You know, this one's 0 to 2. You know, there's a whole bunch of different ones out there You know, you got deep diving, shallow diving, and everything else. This one's the shallow diving one I got in the last mystery tackle box. I'm doing that just because I don't really want to get it all the way down in that grass, because these things don't do very well in grass. So we'll fish this one for a little while, and then if we don't catch nothing, we'll go ahead and switch to the third and final. We may do a bonus depending on. You know, these things work wonders if you have a canoe, if you've got a boat, anything like that, where you can really get out there with them, you know, and fish. You know, it's starting to cool off, so these fish are probably going to start coming up. The last couple fish that I caught, they weren't really hot, they were nice and cool. So more or less, more likely they're going to start coming out. And that one, that's more grass. So we're going to get out of this spot, because this spot's been nothing but grass. And don't feel like wasting my time cleaning grass off a lure constantly. So we're going to go down and move down to another spot and see if we can't find where these fish are with this crankbait. They've been doing good on plastic. That's probably something I should stick, but if I did that, you guys would be bored. So we're going to go down here and, like I said, and see if we can't get something to bite this. Third and final spot. We got people over in another spot that I was going to go to, so we can't really go over there. Alrighty guys, you're not allowed to yell at me on this one. Yes, it is another plastic, but it's a different way to fish plastic. My next summertime favorite lure to use is the all great Guggen's Slim Shake Green Pumpkin. One of my favorite lures to use. And yes, we are doing a Texas rig again. You can do wacky rig with, you know, the lunker logs or anything like that, but this is my favorite ones to go. As I said, I'm showing you my summertime go-to baits that I fish in the summer and like to go to a lot. I go to just about anything that'll bite. So I'm hoping I can catch something on this. You guys seen me catch it on Slim Shakes a lot, but the Slim Shake is one of my go-tos all the time. Another one of my favorites. Yes, there's two plastics on here. I should have a top water. I should have this. I should have that. Yes, I know. But I'm working with what I've got at the moment. And at the moment I have one rod. I have stuff that I could probably tie on here and use, but we'll just save that for another video. So I don't have a weight on this one. So with not having a weight, you got to kind of give it a few minutes to kind of go down, hit the bottom, let it set, and go from there. Now with this, mainly during the summer, they're not going to be bass along the banks. You might get lucky and get one on the bank. I have quite a few times, but normally you could throw these along the bank. Now I fish this pretty much all different types of seasons. I do spring, I do fall, I do summer. I'll even throw it in winter. Haven't really thrown this one in winter yet, but I plan on throwing it this winter and seeing what it can do. But other than that, this is my go-to bait that I love to fish along the shore, you know, along the bank, and it works. 90% of the time it catches fish. Now there's a lot of times where it doesn't catch fish, but 90% of the time you can catch a fish on this bait. And you guys have seen in other videos what I'm talking about. Bye. See you later. Yeah guys, my brain ain't working for nothing today. Been out here all day trying to get this stuff done, and well, not really all day. Like I said, I have short, see what I mean? I need to get going. Got a short amount of time, only had about an hour. Been out here for about an hour and a half. My wife's gonna kill me. She's ready to go. And I've only caught One fish today. So, we might call it a day on this Guggen Slim Shake finally. I know I said that just a little bit ago, but I think I'm serious this time. I'm gonna do one last cast. Now say it with me, guys. One last cast. How many of you have told your significant other or friend or whoever, one last cast and I'll be done, and you end up throwing like 30 more casts? Go ahead, leave it in the comment. I want to know how many of you guys actually mean it when you say one more cast. Come on, don't lie either. I know how it is. I know how it goes. Alrighty, guys. Well, that about does it for this video for today. I know it's kind of short and sweet, you know, pretty darn quick. Like I said, I had limited time. I know I've rambled on about that through this whole video, but on the first one we had the 10-inch Mondo, you know, black and blue. My personal favorite for summertime, you know, bass. Get them out there, get them deep, punch through, you know, anything you need to punch through, grass, any kind of cover. Like I said, there's a bunch of different ways to fish it. You guys seen it when I fished also the third lure, which was the Slim Shake green pumpkin. That's one of my other favorite baits too for summertime fishing. I always catch them on those normally. Now today we did not catch one on the Slim Shake. And then the second one was the crankbait. Now that was a shallow swimming crankbait. I know I talked about how fish are going to be deep. Well, they're going to be deep and or under cover. So any kind of cover they'll be under, any kind of grass they'll be under. You know, if there's trees, you can, you know, throw that crankbait underneath the tree, possibly get it and be good and done. So those are my three, and then I mentioned some that you guys also use that I don't have the setup for today, which is the frog, the popper, and some of the other spinning tackle type stuff. So hopefully you guys enjoy. Also, the big news for today is we are now pro staff with Tungsten. Tungsten sent us an email the other day accepting our application in to be sponsored by them for this season. I do have a discount code for you guys. You guys put in WOOFriend10, you can go get 10% off of your first order on Tungsten. I'll put all that information down in the link below. And once again, Tungsten, I want to say thank you very much, and I can't wait to go and buy some of your guys' products and start using your guys' weights. And guys, go check out Tungsten. Their weights and everything else they have are awesome. Non-chip. You don't have to worry about your weights looking like crap after using them for months in or whatever. You know, they're made of tungsten. So go check them out, guys, and use that discount code or 10% on your first order. What else do you guys got to lose? Go try it. So alright guys, thanks again for watching. If you like, hit subscribe and like this video. Until next time, keep it fishing. Bye.